Hello and welcome again to Steve's Long Steel Workshop, where things come to looked at for various reasons. Usually worked out somewhere else and is now not working, so it's here. This is a Sonolor. It's a French AM radio, AM only, long wave, medium wave and 3 short wave, so it's in its day it was probably quite a nice, but it probably quite a nice set for the French. If you're interested in these, actually, there was a film made in the early 80s called about nuclear attack in France, Maléville, and one of these was in that because it's on the way across the down. I've heard nothing in a radio very much like this. So this one actually does have some provenance because a similar set occurred in that film. That works okay. That works okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's a speaker. That's okay. So it's appears to be okay. All appears to be okay. Whether it is or not, I don't know, but it appears to be okay. Obviously, transistor. I think it. Well, I know transistor because it's marked up with a 9 transistor set. So we know from that it's transistorized. So let's have a little look and see what it is and isn't doing, because that's the next thing that we need to sort out. So this comes up and this comes off here. Now, what else have we got? Well, first of all, these screws look to be a little bit rusty, so there might be something not quite right there, but we'll see. That comes off slowly but surely. There we are. So that comes off, and that comes off whenever it is. And so you know, it's very important to check that everything is okay before we go any further. But this set might need a fair amount of checking, judging by what I've seen with it so far. This one, this came apparently from one of the people that take part in programs like Bargain Hunt. So whether it's for the bargain or not, I don't rightly know, but we'll find out sooner or later, won't we? I think we already have here actually, but you know. So if we take out these two screws here now, then we might be able to get the thing apart and have a look inside and see what it is or is not doing, depending on, because it's I think somebody's been in this before actually, judging by these screws, but we'll see. We'll see sooner or later. Well, later on or sooner, you know. By the way, I don't know any French. I got French O level. I got a grade E, so that was my go at French. The French teacher actually lives up the road from me in Miss Lowndes, so you know.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't. I don't wish she lived there, but she did then. So it's still not coming off, is it? Typical, isn't it? Typical French. Typical French. Get that off. Take this off here. We can. This, by the way, is with a manual, so I'm doing this completely utterly. God, look at that. This is you know, very much, you know, a hope for the best sort of thing, you know. I'll stop the camera and have a look and come back to it, because it's obviously got an interesting problem somewhere with this one. Mind you, we all have these days, so you know. Basically, I got the thing apart by but not brute force ignorance, but I found that one of the case pieces here came off almost completely, so I just pulled in it, or came away, so obviously something was holding it, but I don't know what. Inside, there's rust, but not that much rust. The transformer looks to be a bit okay, but maybe it wasn't in the past. But somebody's been this before. How do I know this? Well, first of all, that with that, and also this is the area which is covered in tape. The battery component which is covered in tape, and there's nowhere for this to go, which appears to go in it. So I don't know quite what has gone on here as of yet. I will find out. That's my job. But for the moment, I don't know. So what I'll do first of all, get my meter, like that, and one end of it goes to deck, like, oh well, this is full. One end goes to deck like that, and the other end goes to there, and we'll see what it does. So meter up there like that. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Okay, so that's the meter there, and so with it on the like that, we'll see what we get anywhere on this circuit. I mean anywhere. Okay, well, fair enough. It's that one, and it's also this one here. So
no.
Not doing very much, is it? Right, go to 20 kids, could be something. And there isn't. Okay, fine. That means that basically it's not doing much that way. So the other way again, it's doing about the same. So obviously there's something straight away. So I could put battery in this and switch it on, and it won't do anything. Now also the aerial, I might for now actually take the aerial out, because it's I want this thing apart so I can work on it basically like somebody else has tried to do, and not tried terribly hard to do things in the right way, which is something which people do. People in this situation, I generally tend to go that, you know, at least the thing is here and working because somebody tried, you know. But some of the things that people try and do, quite frankly, you know, I do wonder. I really do. I mean, yeah. So the aerial is going to come out one way or the other. Will that come off? Or is it? It will. Well, it might come off that. If it wanted. There you go. That's the aerial out the way. Okay, that's one thing you have to worry about. Okay, that's out the way. And this one here goes, I think, to the on-off switch. So, therefore, with it switched on, won't there be anything between this wire here, which I'll put in something like that, and here. It should be that should be. There's nothing again. Okay, not to worry, not to worry. These things are sent to trials, literally.
Yeah, there was something there.
Yeah, and that, yeah, okay. And why was the aerial connected to that? Why is the aerial connected to that? That's an interesting point, isn't it? Yeah. I think a good look round this before we go any further is certainly a good idea. Or first of all, where does that go? Was that something then? Dead short circuit? Oh damn, okay, not to worry. That's about one ohm, that, so it's something something certainly not right there. Also here, I wonder what that is. Nothing. Right, okay, we'll start from look so we can find out what's happening down here, because it's doing something it shouldn't here. So I don't know quite what is what here, but oh dear. Okay, well, let's have a look what else. Do these come off? Yeah, they do. Okay, that comes off. That comes off. Okay, they can come off now. Right, okay. These come off here like that. This is quite handy actually, because of course things come off this way, and with this situation though, please remember where things go, because otherwise you can get into a terrible mess, taking things off and thinking, oh, that's okay, when it isn't. So be ready for that one, because it can catch you out. I'm okay, I can look at the video, but you know, if you can't, well you can't, you know. So that goes to there, that goes up to that, goes out the way, and look more at this, that goes the way too. And what have we got here? A radio that's got that's the speaker. The speaker goes there. Okay, fine. Okay. So therefore, this one looks as though it might be ground positive. Might be ground positive. I don't know for sure. So over we go again with it. It's like new, isn't it? Over we go again with it now, and we've got that going to there, and this one is going to somewhere else. Where that goes to there. Okay. So this one goes to. This one goes to here. Okay. So these capacitors here, one or both could be short circuit, which is a distinct possibility. So I'll quickly run the meter across them and check. That's not too good. Okay, that's away. And that goes on to there. That goes on to there. So okay, and the other one goes onto here. And I think it's here. Okay, and they don't look too bad, do they? Oh right, well. So the next thing we do is find out why it's not doing anything. But it should be doing something. So I'll switch it to medium wave there, just to go somewhere where we should get something. At the other end of the dial down here like that, and yeah. Somebody's mixed me a bottle here again. Never mind, we can find our way around it. Always look, but always have a look. Always look before you leak with these things, because otherwise, you know, you can find yourself in certainly hot water. You know, certainly hot water. So if that goes to deck like that. No, first of all, that goes to there like that. Okay. Turn the thing over again, like that. And there should be something. This should be one piece of wire. Why is it not? There, okay, fine, yeah. And this one here is doing nothing at all. Okay, so that looks like that's going to be a bit of a problem in itself, and that goes to that must be that goes on there, mustn't it? Okay, well, what I'll do therefore is I will take the camera down for now and have a dig and try and find out how it switches on, if it switches on, and which way round it switches on. All very important. All very important. I think I've got this one sorted now. That's the back of it, with the car antennas, which I've snipped for now, so that can go out the way for now, like that. And that's the bottom case, which screws on again, and that can go there. This is the battery case, which is in need of obviously some repair. Somebody's tried it, obviously, you know. The top is here, nice cleaned up there. That's that. The aerial for it is here. Obviously needs some work, and that goes on to one of those that goes onto here. Now the speaker and the jack plug are on this side of the case here, and they go to what's that? Come off there, okay, and they connect here on the output stage here. So this is the output stage, this is the IF and RF stage, and this is the buttons assembly, and nothing much else. So I've got a look at what's going on with it, and then we can look at sorting this beast out. That would be quite a nice radio, this. Okay, so now from there to the switch, it should be, it isn't, I don't think. It should be 0 ohms to there. Okay, fine. And from the switch to there, with it on, it should also be 0 ohms. It isn't, so the switch is obviously faulty. So we'll come back to that, because obviously that needs to be looked at, and the other half of it goes here. So what I'll do is I'll put that onto that one there, and plug the speaker back in, and we'll try it. So just for now, I'll take that onto there with one hand. If I can. And okay, we'll put that over like that, and I'll try that again. Difficult with one hand, but you do your best. You do the best you can. So that goes onto there like that. I think that's stuck. No, it hadn't. Didn't think it would. I'll try that. And also what I'll do also is I'll put the speaker back on as well, and then hopefully I will try and put some power through to this thing and see what happens. So that'll be the power supply here. So I'll get set up, and we'll do that next, because that is the next step in this radio's life or death, depending on how it views itself and how I view it, both of which matter, you know. So that goes back onto there.
that one goes onto there like that. It goes into there like that. And of course that makes sure it looks okay. Okay, hang on. That doesn't seem to connect to anything now. I don't think it doesn't seem to connect to anything.
Probably capacity here maybe. Yes, that cap there. Okay, fine. So I'm a bit concerned about powering this actually, so I'll do it gently and hope that it doesn't do anything it shouldn't, like go bang on me. Transistor radios rarely do, but do have problems of their own, so doesn't everyone, you know. That is played for shortwave only, by the way. So I'll get the power supply set up and we'll bring it up gradually. What I've got here now is the power supply, the maximum of 15 volts. The meter is linked to the power supply, just in case, and also I've got speaker connected, and so let's go. And that isn't doing us a right lot, is it? Actually, that is doing, okay. Try that again.
On TalkSport 2, live football, next week on TalkSport.
Sport in such a passionate way that she would fully understand as well, and I wasn't sounding like just a complete fangirl in that moment, because it is overwhelming, of course it is, and especially when you're 19, 20 years old, you're just kind of, yes, and this is okay, and this is great, even though it was like the best day of your life.
And I suppose it's also the fact that, you know, the Queen is this incredibly important and incredibly famous person, but presumably as a 20-year-old you're looking around and seeing...
You do, and obviously I was very, very lucky. I got my OB with Michael Sheets.
He's looking at that pot. We know that actually because of course the on switch doesn't work on it, so that's something. Long wave. So we'll choose a live. So at 3. Send a live. Don't know what that is, but certainly isn't radio 4, is it? Well, that sounds to me like RT1, so there's something along with. So that means therefore that with this set we have something to go on at least, so we can decide a plan of action and go forward with this. The connection to the batch holder that wasn't was held on by that carpet tip, so that's obviously new. With the aerial, that's pretty good actually. The aerial, of course, is here. Let's certainly wants tidying up if nothing else. So this, I think, might well be a goer. So let's get into it and start out to what is and what isn't to be done with this radio. There are some sets, of course, which when you get them apart and find out what goes where, you find that the thing works. And this is such a set. The moment it's on Absolute Radio. But if we look at the dial very quickly, it's actually quite sensitive, as you can hear.
They've tried to empower others.
Even at the top end of the band. You can see, as you see there.
It's great. And everyone's shouting his name. But the bigger issue is
So,
cohesion at the
although they'll play with capacitors that maybe need to be changed on this, I'm not going to, because I want to make it as original as possible. Everything seems to be okay with this, including shortwave. So if we go over to shortwave, like that, and there is something there. Don't know what, but there's something there. So don't know what, but I'm trying to find a station actually. There's 3 shortwave bands on this, by the way, so one of them should give us something. There we are. There's still stuff on shortwave, but not as much as there was. The BBC transmission to Ukraine are now gone, so it won't be that. Well, that's shortwave anyway. And there we are now back on. What I've done, by the way, to make it work like this now, is the on-off switch on this was a little bit, well, doing note basically. So what I did, well, I sprayed some switch clear down there and into holes here, and rocked it back and forth for about 2 ages, and then it used to work again. Check it on the meter, of course, and it does read 0 on the dial count here, but it reads like near 2, so that works too. So now we've got to get the thing back together again in a way that looks presentable as well. This is going to be a very good set actually. Long wave. Always difficult round here, but.
A homicide investigation into the death of Chris Cover, who was 24.
That's Radio 4, obviously.
The Kremlin has insisted that Russia's war in Ukraine will continue until all its goals are met, despite losing a lot of ground in the past week during a large-scale counter-offensive by Kyiv. But Vladimir Putin's spokesman, Dmitry Peskov, said the president was in constant communication with his military commanders. The Ukrainian
So
army
anyway,
said
there we are.
20
That's the radio working so far. And now it's all the
COVID infections in the UK have fallen to their lowest level since October last year.
that's good to know. So now, of course, I've got to do all the stuff which is basically cosmetic. So the bathroom cleaner, by the way, battery holder, is currently in the dishwasher because it was full of all sorts. The case obviously will need to be cleaned, but apart from that, it's well underway. Here is a set put almost back together. The case is on, due screws underneath because the ones that were there were a bit grotty. So now it needs a clean. That's it. This is medium wave, long wave, and 3 shortwave bands. That's medium wave. That's talk radio.
Back part of that.
That is Radio 5 Live. There's Radio 4. And the Irish station there. Now, as far as the shortwave stations go, it's alive, as you can hear. But shortwave does seem to be rather dead these days. So that's shortwave. And also here, again, it's a bit dead, but there you go. So it appears.
And she's relishing the idea of being back in the WSL with her childhood club.
So there you are. The thing is now working. So now it's a clean and a test, and it's basically cleaning on this. First of all, I'm going to make sure that this gives a much better clean than it's had so far. Like I said, everything I've done with this, I've done with components that were here, and nothing because, of course, anything from one of these sets now, there's no way on God's earth I would ever have got one. So, yeah. So the on-off switch, by the way, it is now working. I spent ages turning it on and off with the pliers until it suddenly came to life. It got the message in the end, it started working again. So that's how you do that. Because what happens sometimes is that inside the on-off switch, the connections get tarnished over age, and all you do is you keep click, 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 clicking, and it comes to life, which this one has done. So now it's a matter of cleaning. And here's the nicely finished, and now on its own batteries.
Just a little
As we see there. Again, it works on all bands.
from 45 metres, and it starts here.
As you see that. Basically, I'm using a medium wave here, but it works on any band now. Wasn't a lot wrong with this electronically. I know that maybe some of you would have changed some capacitors, but it seemed okay, so I didn't. And it's not a common radio, so I thought, well, keep it as it is. So that's it. That's the Sonolor French radio. I don't know the model number, I'm afraid, but I'm sure somebody will tell me. It is 9 transistor. That's a new transistor, right? And it's come back from the dead, as it were, into being a working radio again. Medium wave, long wave, and 3 shortwave bands. So it's quite, probably in its day, quite sought after set. So that's it. Sonolor. Again, I don't know the model number, but it's working. Another one in Steve's long stay vintage radio workshop. And I hope to hear from you again soon. So until then, take care and be kind to each other and cats, of course. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye.